Hi, my name is Charles Ueda. I'm a multidisciplinary artist who creates with robots. Because I work with robots, my work is inherently both digital and physical. It's physical in the sense that the final outcome is sculptural. It deals with real-world properties and materials. It's affected by light. The final outcome is a physical piece of art. But because I'm working with robotics, my work is also digital because robots need digital information to actuate and to construct and to do the things that they do. So my work always has to be in some form of digital state, and my work always moves from this digital state into this real-world physical state by way of robotics. So I'm constantly dealing with the play between this physical world and this digital world, and that's really at the heart of my process and the heart of the art that I produce. For my process, I typically start with inspiration and data from the natural world, such as weather patterns, biology, wind data, and other environmental forces. And I'll bring those concepts from the natural world or from the real world, and I'll bring them into the computer where I manipulate them, abstract them, simplify them in different ways to help either tell the story that I'm working on or to help me push a concept forward that I've been thinking about. And once I've developed those concepts digitally, I then bring them back into the physical world by way of robotics. And so I think of robots as this bridge between these two worlds, the physical and the digital, and that's really at the heart of my work. So when coming up with the concept for Machinimation, I wanted to stay true to my process in dealing with this dynamic between the physical world, the digital world, and robotics, but I also wanted to create something novel and new that's never been done before. Machinimation stands for machine animation, where essentially I'm using machines to create animations from physical objects, allowing them to animate. And I do this by employing a stop motion animation methods, which is essentially a 150-plus-year-old process where objects or elements are moved, and in between each movement, there's a still photograph taken. And when you play back those still photographs, those elements begin to display motion or animation. So essentially what I'm doing is taking this 150-plus-year-old process and building on it. And the robots with this process that I've developed play essentially 4 different roles. The first role is to move the physical objects in hundreds of thousands of micro increments. The second aspect is the photographer. So a second robot has a camera mounted, and the first robot is talking to the second robot, and in between each micro movement, it's sending a signal to then take a photo. And then the third aspect is the robots holding the camera move. So they are the motion control system. And so that allows for additional cinematic effects where the camera could tilt and cause gravity from objects to sort of slide, or the camera could move in between frames and create this dynamic change in perspective. The last and final aspect that the robots play in this process is they are performance artists themselves. For example, the a robot may move items and then position itself so that it looks like the robot is strumming an instrument or some kind of musical string. Machinimation consists of 4 artfully crafted digital animations that were created with physical objects and facilitated by robots. The animations took over a year to produce and involve over 100,000 plus robotic movements, various technologies working together in real time, and a new process that was developed from the ground up. What excites me the most about Machinimation is this type of art can really only exist as an NFT.